the decoder cylinder. We'll start obviously by cutting it out so that you'll be able to put it together. You'll assemble it. So cut that out. And what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've cut out this much of it. And I just wanted to point out here, these numbers are a little bit longer. So I usually cut this off first. So I cut that off first there, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that up along that line. Try to stay on the black line as much as I can. All right, now we got to assemble it. What I like to do is I like to give this a little bend first, kind of prep it for gluing, so that you don't get as much pressure and tension on it. And then same with this. It's not as important because it's so small. There's no tension on it. And I'm going to start by putting glue onto this one. It's going to take a little longer to dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here like this. Just a little bit of glue. I don't need a whole lot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub that on there, smooth it out, let it dry up a little bit. Take off some excess glue. You don't need all that glue. I'm going to let that sit for a couple seconds while I work on this one. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this tab. Don't need a whole lot. Matter of fact, if you put a whole lot on, it's really not going to work all that well. Kind of dab those little tabs together there. Get the glue on both sides. There we go. Line that up the best we can. I'm going to let that dry, and now I'm going to work on this. And try to line those up on that line. The glue is still a little wet, which allows us to move it around a little bit. But you just want to make sure like the A and the Z are lined up well. Just stay on those lines. It will take a little bit to dry. So what I'm going to do, so that I can go ahead and go on and explain how to use it, I'm just going to grab another one that's been dried already, ready to go, and show you how to put on the ring. What you do is I find that if I bend this, if I give this kind of a little squish and push that on there like that, there we go, and it slides on just like that, and you're able to spin this around and figure out your code. Now this code right here, the numbers, it's written out right here: 17, 23, 21, 4, and 10. So 17, as we notice, it says 17 is going to be aligned with the letter A. So then we know that 18 is B, 19 is C, and so on. So let's go ahead and show you how that works. So let's find the letter A. There it is. Now we got to find the number 17, line that up. So now we know that 23, let's take a look at 23. There it is. 23 is G, 21 is E, 4 is N, and 10, oops, wrong way, and 10 is T. So now you've just deciphered the password, and you can go ahead and write it down on your worksheet, or you can go to the website and type it in, whatever